Hi there guys, welcome to another Wolfi's Tour Roundup with myself Josh and my colleague G.
Hi sports fans.
So yeah, yesterday's stage in the Pyrenees, middle of the stage going up the epic climb, the Tourmalet, and we saw fireworks halfway up, just as we foretold and predicted there would be. And yeah, it resulted in another epic stage, and with Tadej taking time back on Jonas and securing the stage win. So G, what did you think of yesterday's stage?
Yeah, explosive riding. It's good to see that Tadej losing a bit of time was a fluke. Maybe he's feeling all right now. And yeah, Jumbo maybe a little bit overconfident, playing too many cards, overplaying their hand in the GC group, and chasing back their own man ultimately.
Yeah.
If I was Wout van Aert, I mean, after the Netflix series about the Tour de France, about there being some friction in the team, I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, yeah. With regards to the tactics and stuff like that, what surprised me the most was the weakness from UAE Team Emirates as a team. Tadej being so isolated so early on the Tourmalet. Yeah. Them not managing to get anyone strong into the break that initially formed into kilometres to help out potentially Tadej later on. But he's shown again that he's strong enough to deal with it by himself. And also another big surprise for me was the fact that the day before, Jonas were on kind of terrain that Tadej is usually better at than Jonas, was the stronger rider, able to take time out of Tadej. And yet yesterday's stage, which you think on paper would be Jonas's strength, going up to the elevations of over 2,000 metres on the Tourmalet and stuff, and with a summit finish on the first cat, that Jonas was going to turn the screw and put another minute into Tadej, but that didn't happen at all. Yeah,
no, it's surprising really. They seem to have kind of swapped roles a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the descent off of the Tourmalet would have been where Jonas should have cracked Tadej. That kind of weight on your wrist, that kind of, it was prime for...
Well, there were a few gaps on the corners and stuff, but he couldn't really distance
They didn't really capitalise on it. Again, maybe Kuss should have stuck with it a bit longer. Maybe he should have pushed on a bit harder and tried to really squeeze out the descent. We're in an age now where it used to be descending was seen as like a necessary evil, and it was all about rider safety. And now with the likes of Pidcock, your mountain bikers coming through the sport, you can really capitalise on technical ability on descending, and maybe that was the opportunity that Jumbo missed.
Yeah.
It's all climb and no descent.
Yeah. No, so it was made for a fascinating stage, and it really sets it up now over the next couple of weeks, because we've got Jonas and Tadej now as the 1 and 2, about 40 seconds between them, with Jonas now in yellow, of course, with Jai Hindley unfortunately cracking on the Tourmalet a little bit, but he seems pretty secure in that third spot, as I predicted at the start of this tour, third overall.
Good call.
And and so at the moment that's our 1, 2, 3, and from my perspective that looks set to continue over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, certainly tomorrow it's going to solidify that position. There are going to be no major gaps, but yeah, Jai's looking the best of the rest really.
Yeah, he is. So moving on to today's stage, which is going to be a lot more relaxing, at least for 90% of it compared to the past couple of days. We've got a completely flat stage. There's only one fourth cat climb, barely a fourth cat climb, about halfway through the stage. And yeah, it looks set to be a big sprint finale in Bordeaux. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean the GC teams are going to be tired after yesterday.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a fairly procession-like stage up to the point where the sprinters teams want to take it on. Yeah. Breakaway is going to be small and well managed the whole day. That climb, it's a speed bump of a climb. It's 84 meters. Yeah. It's not exactly a challenge, even for the likes of Cav and Philipsen. And yeah, of course, the last time the Tour had a sprint finish in Bordeaux, 2010, Cavendish was the man. Yeah. So, all fingers crossed for...
Well, that's it. So with regards to predictions, yesterday, I was slightly wrong. I predicted Jonas, he got second. You predicted
Friday, yeah.
He did some good pulling, showed himself trying to protect Rodriguez, but wasn't to be. So moving on to today's stage predictions, who do you think is going to win then? Are you hoping for Cav, but you think it's going to be Bauhaus maybe finally pulls it off, or Caleb Ewan, or are you going to go with Philipsen?
I can't go for Philipsen because that's going to be your pick.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to leave that one with you. I would like to see Cav take it, but realistically, if Ewan's done well in the mountains, if he saved himself well, he certainly showed the form in the first couple of sprint stages.
Yes.
And I like Ewan as a rider.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. He's always there or thereabouts. He's a bit of an underdog. I'd like to see him get his arms in the air.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go with Philipsen. 1-2 already. He's got, you know, a very well drilled train, and then obviously having Matteo van der Poel in that train as well is fantastic, and has been, you know, a real difference maker for him, you know, as shown in the past 2 stage wins that Philipsen's had so far. So, yeah, with their team focus on Philipsen to win the sprints, then I think it's almost a certainty that he will and should win today's stage. Yeah. So it will be a hectic finale, last 20k.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're looking forward to it and taking a bit of a breather though from the past couple of days' action. So thanks very much for joining, guys, and we'll catch you soon.
And come and see us at Shigside Road and the service course for our fan zones.
Brilliant.